Okay, hi. Can you all hear me? I think you can now. Let me know if you can hear the guitar fine and the voice. Can you hear it? Yes. Alright, let's go. Good evening. Okay, cool. Good evening. Wait, let me just cut that reverb on my voice. Alright. Should be all good now. Hi everyone, can you hear me well? It's not easy because I haven't got the same audio that you have. And the internet seems to be glitching a little, so I'm doing something different on that screen, but we're gonna make it work. Alright. So I thought of doing that first because you guys have been commenting on my songs and videos for so long now, and I really feel like this community has been growing so well that I just really wanted to get to know you a bit better, talk to the people who actually listen to my music. I'm interested in knowing who you are, and that's such a great way to do it. I wish I could actually hear you, but that's okay. We're gonna do it this way. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying over here. You're loud and clear. Thank you very much, Annie. Medicine for the soul. Thank you, Shelley. Will I go busking in Brighton soon? I don't really busk much at the moment. I'm focusing on recording new songs and filming new videos, and that's really what I'm doing. But you know, surely I will be busking again one day. I'm not really sure when. Hey Romain, I can only stay for a few minutes. That's all fine. You can stay for as long as you want. There's no pressure. 75 beats per minute. Yeah, I'll do that later. Let's do that for sure. Okay, so I suppose we're gonna talk. I'm gonna do a translation of my song, my new song, Le Vaisseaux du Coeur, which was released on Monday. I got so many great comments from you all. Probably some of the best comments I ever got, and that was really, really good because I really like that song. It's a really important song for me. So thank you so much for doing that. Um, so we'll translate the lyrics. I actually got some help for one person from YouTube and one person from Instagram who sent me some translation, and I thought that they were great. So um, I've actually used them on top of mine. So we'll do that in a minute. But first of all, I just want to know if you have any general questions about things. Let's call it a general Q&A. Let's see if I can pin a different comment. General Q&A. So let's do that just now. General Q&A. I'm going to pin it. Cool. I am all ears. Please, the solo from I Shot the Sheriff. Couldn't really do that without the boys, I'm afraid. James, I've been spreading the word about you and your inker. I suppose you meant music. Thank you so much, James. Tonya, how did you learn to play the guitar? I've actually I've learned the guitar when I was 12. My brother had this really sort of cheap supermarket classical guitar in his room, and I took it one day because I was bored, and I just completely fell in love with it. It was just incredible. I had to remember just the feeling going through my body through the wood, and I'm not actually making it bigger than it was. It really was this way. It was just amazing to feel this way. And I've actually stopped the guitar from when I was 15 till 2021 for like 5 or 6 years. I didn't play. I was still making music, but in a different way. I was doing a lot of hip hop back in France. Um, but yeah, it came back when I was about 22. And I really just started playing lead guitar, so electric guitar, when I moved to the UK about 7, 8 years ago. Before that, I was just playing acoustic guitar, really. Okay, there's loads of questions, so I'm going to try and keep up with the pace. And I'm really sorry if I don't pick your question. It doesn't mean it's a bad one. It just means that there's so many that I have to. Can you turn your mic up? Yes, I can do that. Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. The level is quite low. Just give me a second. One, two, one, two, two. This should be way better now. Okay. Is it better now? Yeah. Okay. Yes. You say yes. Um. So, Lololu, are you from France? Where do you get your inspiration? I am from France indeed, even though I've been here for about um 8 years, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be 8 years in February. But I was born in Paris or near Paris, and I grew up in the south near Toulouse. But I love it here, and I don't think I'll go back to France. Maybe one day, who knows? Where do I get my inspiration? It's hard to tell. It really depends, and it can be. I love movies. I watch a lot of films, and that definitely inspires me to a level. Um, but I'd say that I probably just get it from mountain life and what I do and who I know and the places that I visit. Inspiration is quite random, and you never really expect when it's gonna come and where it's gonna come from. Okay, let's do another one. Creative photo. I'm a sucker for your guitar tone. Is that just the guitar, or do you get that sound? Well, I don't actually, especially if you think about my guitar songs, or I don't really use pedals too much at all. I only use a distortion that I need when I play with a band. But apart from that, I suppose it comes from the guitar and my fingers, and that guitar isn't even a very expensive guitar. It's a free, £400 guitar that I bought secondhand. Um, but I believe that a lot of my tone comes from my thumb and 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 the way I plug the string. I've got big nail, as you can see. And I play really thick strings as well that are really hard to bounce, but I think it's part of it gives that really thick and warm tone a lot more than if you would play like thin strings on a Fender guitar or whatever. Sorry, that was a bit technical for people who aren't guitarists. Um, Sammy, is there any single guitarist who has influenced you the most? I would say there are a few in different areas of music. The first person, weirdly enough, that comes to my mind isn't a guitar player. It's a trumpet player. His name is Chet Baker. I don't know if you know him. And is is a master of melodies on the trumpet, and I got a lot of inspiration from him because I believe that good, solos or even just guitar parts are all based on a melody mainly. But then guitarists, yeah, I was a big fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers when I was a teenager, so John Frusciante for sure, and BB King was a big inspiration as well. Okay, let's go down. Um, okay, I see this one a lot, so let's answer it. John Brown boys, or we have also FFSB. Are you open to a big push reunion? Yes, I am. I will always be open to a big push reunion. It just happens that I don't think, and that's just me being honest now, I don't think it will happen anytime soon because of the fact that we're all in a different part of the world. It would be very difficult for us to make something happen. But I do believe that, one day, I can't say when, but one day it will definitely happen, and we'll make music together again. Maybe just for a show, maybe just for who knows, a busking session or something. But I think we all open to the idea. I don't want to be talking for my friends. They have their own thing to say about that, but I do believe that we are. Okay, let's go down a bit more. Do you know La Rochelle, Jason? Yeah, I do know La Rochelle. I've been once. Um, okay, Slow on Prosper. Which speaks to you most in writing the lyric or the melody? I must admit the melody. I think that my strength is really in finding melodies. It doesn't mean that I doesn't like writing lyrics. I actually really enjoy it too. But I generally find it harder to write lyrics than to write melodies, because melodies just come to me a lot easier. I think everyone has a different what's the word, natural inclined towards things, and I think mine would definitely be melodies for sure. Oh, Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl. I see your name a lot in a lot of comments. So first of all, thank you so much for being here and always saying kind things. So, what's your creative process like? Do you have a regular schedule for working on ideas, or do you need to feel inspired first? Um, well, I think that creativity is very strange because it comes through waves, and you can have phases where you get a lot of creative feelings inside of you, and sometimes it goes away, and there's not much you can do about it. But that said, I've realized that I also think, I appreciate the magic of it, and I think it definitely is a thing. It definitely has a magic to it. But I think that it is also a muscle that you can practice, and the more you indulge in that muscle, the more you use it, the better you get at it. And I think that if I look back at these last few weeks and months and the new songs I've been writing, um, I think they're a lot better than the ones I wrote before because of me training and indulging in that muscle recently a lot more than I did in the past. Even though I've always been writing, these last few months have been probably the most um, productive phase of my in my life. They're all songs that you haven't heard yet, that I will be releasing next year. But I definitely believe that it's a muscle that you can learn to use, and you don't have to feel inspired. Sometimes you do, and it's great when it happens, and grab the opportunity and do something with it for sure. But I don't think that you have to be. I think you can make it happen. Um, have you ever seen the movie Pink with Nicolas Cage? I actually think I have. That does ring a bell. It does ring a bell. Um, would you travel to other countries for paid gigs? Yes, I have, and I am, and I will. I'm actually. This happened yesterday, so that's very fresh news. I am going to Paris in November to play for So Far Sound in a secret location with secret people. Everything's very secret. But I'm sure that I can probably tell the date. It's the 5th of November. So if you're around Paris at that time, you can see me play a Sofa Sound show. Um, what was your inspiration for Metamorphosis? Helen is asking. Um, well, Metamorphosis, I think, is about leaving a place of comfort, which is home, to find a better version of yourself. Oh, no, let's not say better, let's just say different. A newer, different version of yourself. In my case, there was a lot of things when I was back in France that I wanted to be, that I didn't know I wanted to be, and I couldn't be um, because of, you know, there's a lot of reasons for that, and I think it's every time it's different, and everybody has different reasons. Can be pressure from your family, can be a group of friends that you're in, can be just being around the same place for ages, that does that you don't really evolve that much into a different person. And I think that's what Metamorphosis is about. It's about me moving to something new. Oh, okay, so now I'm loading new questions. um, have you ever thought of writing a film score? I think your music would be wonderful on a big screen. Misty James. I actually have, and I actually have written something about 3 years ago that I haven't released yet, which is probably, it's funny that you say that because this week I've been looking for people to work with in that area. But I've written a six pieces how would call that project, um, that is would be made for film. So yes, I have, and I would love to do it, and I've never done it officially. I've never put my music on a film, but I would generally love to. John Brown's. I do love some French rap. Are you planning on doing any more? Um, to be completely honest, I don't think so. I don't think so because um, I used to really enjoy it, and now I'm in just a different phase in my life. I think and I enjoy a different genre of music. I enjoy playing a different genre of music, so I don't think so. But it doesn't mean I don't like rap. I do really like rap. Do I still live in Brighton? Yes, this is my house, by the way. That's my living room. Um, there's a bit more this way, and then there's an upstairs, and it's in Brighton. So I'm still in Brighton at the moment, not for long, I'm afraid, but that will be in a different episode. How many instruments do you play? I play guitar mainly. Guitar is my main instrument, but I play piano and bass as well. Um, all the songs that you've heard this year, all the songs I'm releasing, I've played. I've mainly played all the instruments, drums included. I programmed them. I played some percussions. I've played all the keys, the bass, the guitars, the vocals, and there's only strings that I get my friends to play the strings because I can't do that. Sorry, I missed that, Nick March. I've actually didn't see that when you guys were sending tips, there was a question with it. Um, but so, hi, Romain, could you please at least the guitar solo from Good Back Good Days? Oh well, I don't have the right gear to do it, but I haven't played it for a long time. I recorded that song about a year and a half ago. And when I play it live, I actually play a different guitar solo for it. But thanks, I really appreciate that you're enjoying that one. It's probably my favorite solo I've recorded on this album. Okay, um, Sarah Neff, where do you get your fashion sense and aesthetic? Well, thank you very much first for saying that. And it's totally. I don't really know. I just, when I walk into a shop, I know what I want and I know what I don't want. But I'm not massively um, thinking about it. Even the whole skirt thing is not something that I've planned for a long time. Thinking, oh, you know what, I'm gonna start wearing some skirts. It just happens. It just so happens that one day I've tried and I liked it, and yeah, to be completely honest with you, that there was no message behind this either. It was just more of a, let's have fun with what we do. Why not? If girls do it, boys do it, sort of thing. Um, okay, let's do one more, and then let's talk about Les Vaisseaux du Coeur, and I will translate the lyrics. Is it possible to activate the French translation? Oh yeah, I'd like to, but I don't really know how to do that. You know what? I will. I can't see any option right now, but I'll try. I'll try and do that next time for sure. Thanks for making me think about it because I actually didn't think about it. Um, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for doing that. It's really kind of you, as usual. Always being kind with your messages and your comments. Um, oh, Nena Sadi. Well, thank you. First, thank you so much, and it's a good moment for you to wait to be here because I'm about to translate the lyrics um, for Les Vaisseaux du Coeur, and Nena Sadi was one of the person who helped me doing so by sending a translation as a YouTube comment. And the translation was so good that I've decided to add it to mine. Okay. So how are we gonna do that? I might grab the guitar for that, and maybe walk you through the song. What did your parents think of your new song? I think they liked it. I think they liked it. I think mom, I talked to my mom. I think she liked it. Um, we don't talk that much about music, weirdly enough. But I think, I think she did. Okay, I think you can hear the guitar here. So, sorry. The whole thing on this song, right? It's a gameplay. In French, the word vaisseau, which is vassal, means two things. It means the vessel that you have in your body, but it means a shape as well. I'm pretty sure it's the same in English. Maybe not as obvious. So this song, you could translate the title by the vessels of the heart or the ships of the heart. I think the vessels of the heart would be more accurate, but the ships of the heart sounds better. So it's up to you to know what you want to do with it. Les lumières de cette heure ont perdu leur couleur. So we've got the lights of 7 p.m. have lost their colors. L'été n'a plus d'auteur. Ces murmures se sont tus. The summer lost its scent. Its whispers have gone silent. Tous les vaisseaux du cœur, all the vessels of the heart, ont déjà fait naufrage, have already sunk. Moi, je m'en vais, n'ai plus peur. Me, I'm leaving, don't be afraid. On ne se parle plus à nos âges. One doesn't fight anymore when coming to this age. So, if I do it again, and I'm gonna read the whole thing for you now. The vessels of the heart. The lights of 7 p.m. have lost their colors. The summer lost its scent, its whispers have gone silent. All the vessels of the heart have already sunk. Me, I am leaving, don't be afraid. One doesn't fight anymore when coming to this age. And it's a song about a lost love, and it's about boats, and it's about love, and it's about boats, and it's about love. That's what it's about. I think I was inspired. I wrote it a long time ago, a good 4 or 5 years, but I think I was inspired by South American music and singers like Rodrigo Amarante. I think you can hear that in the song if you listen to the way I sing the melody. You know, it's definitely inspired by this this way of South American way of singing melodies. I think Should I play the song? Yeah, let's play the song. Okay. I am just going to acoustic. One. Sorry about that. Great. Okay. 1, 2. Oh. Let's play Les Vaisseaux du Coeur. L'été n'a plus d'auteur, ces murmures se sont tus. Tous les vaisseaux du cœur ont déjà fait naufrage et moi je m'en vais, n'ai plus peur. On ne se parle plus à nos sœurs. Did this make you be bolder? I saw you with many overs, and you don't see me any longer. You walk past, you're too fast. Tous les vaisseaux du cœur Thank you. Let me remove this reverb from my voice. Okay, otherwise we'll be in trouble there. Um, Great. Okay. Can you hear me back? Yeah, I think you can. I'm gonna remove that because it's really strange to hear your own voice talking. It's fine when you sing and play guitar and all that, but talking is just really not that nice. Cool. So a couple of weeks ago, um, I was at the beach. It was evening time, and I was having a swim. And there's this beautiful, just low tide coming, or leaving, I should say. And just the sky was just perfect. The temperature was perfect. It was just one of these perfect evening that, you know, me being a musician, the first thought I had was, oh my god, I wish I was making a video out of it. I wish I would like take a photo or do something, you know. Um, and at that moment, I remembered I had bought a camera just 3 days before because, as I said earlier, I'm really into movies and I wanted to start filming stuff, you know, just for my own pleasure. Let me check the level of that audio. Can you hear me well? Yeah, cool. And and I thought, oh, I do have a camera. And I ran back home, grabbed my tripod, grabbed my camera, all the gear, my recorder with my microphone, run back to the beach, and I thought, you know what, I want to try and do a live video of that song, Les Vaisseaux du Coeur, because I'm releasing it in soon. That was like 3 weeks ago. Um, and I filmed that video, and I loved it, and I think it's really really pretty, and it's got a lot of magic to it. And I'm going to release it not next week, but the week after. So you'll have a proper live video of this song that I've sang at the beach during low tide at sunset. All the elements were there at the right time, and I can't wait for you to see it. It's you know, I'm really happy with it because I've had this song with me for a long time, and to be able to just put out this live version of it that I've wanted to do for a long time. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. So that's gonna be out. I'll give you a date right away. Let me check my phone. It's gonna be on YouTube on the 2nd of October. And a week after that, I will be in LA, in Los Angeles, for 10 days. So that will be fun as well. Okay, let's see what you guys saying a little bit. It's just me talking here. Obviously, I'm not going to say thank you to every single one of your incredibly kind and lovely comments, but I'm saying it once. Thank you so much for being here. I can't believe how many we are here. I think, well, there's 300 of you right now, but yeah, I don't even want to think about it because it's scary. So let's not let's not think about it just yet. Um, I'm just reading some of your things. Great. What am I doing in LA? Um, while I'm going on holiday, I do that sometimes. I don't do it a lot, but I'm going on holiday, and the reality of it is, randomly I wrote a song, which is a story of two people in Los Angeles, and so I thought, oh wow, that would be a great time for me to sort of maybe film some footage. Don't know. So I might do that as well. Lauren Haynes asks, "What are your favorite movies?" So that's a great question for me, but it's also a very hard one. Um, I can't even say, but there's too many. You know what? Last night I've watched Braveheart, and I forgot how incredible that movie is. It was so good. It's just such a great film. It's 3 hours, and it feels like an hour and a half. It's amazing. You've probably all seen Braveheart, but for a few people who maybe didn't see it, you should really, really watch it. Yeah, it's really, really worth. It's amazing. And then I love, I love a lot of his movies from the 90s, not even older than that. I love Steven Spielberg a lot. Um, all these obvious blockbusters that I think are great, like Jaws and Jurassic Park. I love that, but also love a bit more arty films like In the Mood for Love, or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. The film I really like as well. Lost in Translation, I really really enjoy that. Um, I'm trying to think of more, but a lot of them, a lot of them. Will you release more songs in French? Yes, I have written songs in French recently, um, and I will release them. Um, you know, on probably a specific project, so I might do a French album. I don't know. I'm not really sure yet. The Green Mile is a great film. In the Mood for Love is such a great film. Yeah, it is. This director, I always forget his name because it's got a really, really hard name to remember. But he also did a movie called The Express one. Is it? Let me check. It's called. Forgot the name of the town. Um, my internet's not working very well. It doesn't matter. It's called Express something. Hong Kong Yunkai Express or something like that. Maybe one of you might know it. Um, get your cozy clothes on. Watch Casablanca. I've actually never seen Casablanca. You know what? That's a good shout, Jackie. I might just do that tonight. I've never seen it before. Is it easier to write in French or English, Sireni? Well, um, don't know actually. It used to be way easier in French, that's for sure. Chongqing Express, yeah, that's the film, Paul. That's it. Sorry, it used to be um, easier in French, but I don't think that's true anymore. I think especially this year have been really good for English lyrics for Romain. Yeah, I've enjoyed that a lot. So, it's been no, it's been good in English. I think a movie night live stream is a great idea. You know what? That's a great idea because we've got a projector here, so I could project a movie on the white wall, which is great in fact, but it will work. And set the camera in the corner, and we can just all watch it together. I might get some trouble with like streaming platforms, copyright, and all of that. Um, so we'll have to make sure that I'm not making any money out of it. Oh, I don't want to go to prison for something stupid like this. I don't mind going to prison, but not for something stupid. I do mind going to prison. Do you have any plans for the future, Jackie? So yes. Okay, so this is the future. Um, there's this live video coming out in 2 weeks. The live version of Les Vaisseaux du Coeur. Um, After that, I have recorded a lot of guitar songs, like 75 beats per minute, blue, and all that. So I have a lot of guitar songs coming out in November, December, January, and February. All that is going to be guitar, guitar, guitar. And at the end of it, you'll have a guitar album. All these songs are going on an album, which is nearly finished now. I have another one song, maybe two, to write for it. Um, so that's really exciting, and I'm really excited for that because I haven't released any guitar music since good 5 months now. I've been releasing the songs from that album, so that's my near future. That said, next year I will start to release songs from a project that I started writing this year, which I think is really my favorite work and best work so far. And I am so buzzing to release these songs because you always want to get better at things, and when you get to a point and you look at your work and you're like, oh, you know what, I actually stand really proudly next to that thing, and I think that's how I feel about these songs I've been working on recently. So I'm very, very excited to be releasing them. um, yeah, very, very. So that's my future for the next year and a half or so. A guitar album and a second album. And don't forget that my first album, debut album, is coming out next month. I'm gonna give you a date next week. So that's three projects that you get in a year time, which yeah, it's so cool. I just had a really good year with writing, and it doesn't happen all the time. So thanks, you know, God or anyone who did that. Um, will you sign your records in record store in Brighton and London? Yes, I might. Um, I was actually thinking of booking a show in Brighton for the release of the album, with the band I've been playing recently, Alex, Tom, and Otto. Um, I've been having so much fun playing with these guys. We did a couple of gigs in London, um, and they were great. I think that a few of you were there, um, from YouTube, came to the last one at the Dream Bags in Shoreditch in London, and it was a fun night. Um, Funnily enough, we missed the concert at last train, so we had to run after the gig. Got in a cab, got on a train, and then halfway through, in the middle of the countryside, the train stopped, and they were like, "Well, that's the last stop." So yeah, and it was 2 a.m. in the morning, and we just didn't know what to do. Um, so we had to book a really expensive taxi to get back home. I think we got back home at like 3:30 in the morning, something like this. Um, so yeah, not a big fan of trains at the moment. Oh, hello, Joe. Hey, Joe. How you doing, Joe? Oh, I can't see you anymore. Oh, here you are. All right, let's do a couple more questions. Um, what is your biggest inspiration vocally? Oh, so vocally, I'd say that my biggest inspiration is probably Chet Baker. Chet Baker released an album. So he was a trumpet star, and had a few drug trouble and all. I stopped playing trumpet for a while, then came back to it and started to sing. And he released that album called Chet Sings, I think. And it's just incredible, and the vocals are just so good. They're incredibly good. And I'd say it's probably my biggest inspiration in terms of vocal, just because his voice is just so pure and so perfect. Like, you have to listen to it. The way he sings is just so unique that you can really see through his body and hear his whole personality when he does. It's just really, really grand. Charlotte, do you have other interests beside music? I do. I have a lot, actually. I do spend a big amount of time making music. I'd say that's probably what I do 70% of the time. Um, but I love movies, as I said. I love moving my body as well. Um, this summer I did a lot of paddle boarding on the sea. Played some volleyball. Um, I love reading. I love books a lot. Um, and that's something that I do a lot as well. So yeah, music, movies, reading, moving my body, and going out. I don't go as much as I used to at the moment. because you need a time where you put your head down and try and achieve all these dreams and all that. Um, but I do like a bit of a, you know, lose yourself. So Marcus. Number two, In Praise of Older Woman by um, Stefan Vincenzi. Sorry. Number three, mm, probably Sexus by Henry Miller. I've read a lot of Henry Miller and I really like his work. So yeah, that's my top three, I'd say. And for some reason, it's easier to find a top three with books than it is to find a top three with movies. I don't know why is that. Oh, I think it's telling me that the internet is not very well. I hope it still works for you guys. If not, we will lose the connection, and I'm very sorry about that. I hope it doesn't happen. I get along without you very well. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. If you listen to Jed Baker, you'll hear the inspiration. That's for sure. Was there a time that you thought you would never get this much recognition? Yeah, of course. And I still do in a way. I always sort of try and reach for more, and I think that's one of the best and the worst thing about being a human being is that you're just never happy with what you have, and even if you have a lot, you just try and reach for more. And uh, I've always believed in myself, um, but it doesn't mean it's easy every day, and it doesn't mean you believe in yourself every day. There is days, or you think that what you do isn't good, and you think that you're not good enough, and if I have to be honest, these days are probably there's more bad days than there's good days on the um, let's say mental health level. Um, but I think it's a healthy thing. I think it keeps you away from having a big head and not really focusing on the priority, which is creating great stuff. As great as you can do it at the moment when you do it. Um, Cheryl, you solo on a shoulder shape. Sorry, got 3.5 million views on Instagram. The other version's got 10 million views on YouTube. What is that like? Great. It's yeah, it's amazing. Of course, um, it's great. Um, it's the same thing I just said. You just. It's so funny because me reading that now that reading, I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. It's actually quite a fair amount. And the first thing that comes in my mind is, oh well, let's try and get 20 million then. And that's a very like thing of being a human, isn't it? Why don't we just get more and more and more until we have, never enough. Okay, maybe let's do one last question, and I will play some guitar, and I think we will probably call it an evening, but don't go away yet. It's not finished. Um, let's do one last question. Who's your favorite painter? I really love Jonathan Hooker. I quite like Jonathan Hooker. What gives you a big belly laugh? Okay, let's end on that question. I think it's a good one. A lot. I'm an easy crowd. I'm a very easy crowd, and I like, um, you know, I love dad jokes. I'm not gonna lie. I can have a good laugh on a good dad joke. Trying to think of. There is. It's very specific. It's very French. There's a French film called Le Dîner de Con, and that's probably the thing that have made me laugh and still make me laugh the best on earth. Um, the only downside is that you have to understand French to laugh at it. But when you do, it's just incredibly funny. I can't even explain in what way because I wouldn't do it justice. But it's just so funny. It's just so incredible. Um, all right, should we play some guitar? Let's play some guitar for like a little bit. Let's do that. Okay. Beautiful. Cool. Thanks for listening. I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna leave it to this, I think. Cool. Okay. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thanks for sticking around. And oh wait, let me cut that reverb on my voice so I can talk. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for being here. It was a pleasure to hang out with you. Let me know if you would like me to do it again. I could potentially do that twice a month. We can play some guitar, drink some wine, watch some movies or whatever, like we said in the comments. Just let me know. I don't know, send me comments, messages, or whatever you want to. Let me know if I should do it again. If you enjoyed it, I enjoyed it. I had a great time. And thank you so much for sticking around. There's so many of you. That's beautiful. I'm really moved. So thank you. Have a great evening. Take care of yourself. And see you soon, yeah? Let's do that.